looks pretty good. I'm going to have a little sample right now. So this brand of noodles, the Farkay noodles, I've had since I was a little kid. So I really like these noodles. This is a real easy, simple recipe. I'm sure you will like it. These Farkay noodles I really used to enjoy as a kid. We used to wake up at night time and my dad would get off work from the restaurant and we'd have some of these Farkay noodles, usually stir-fried noodles. I've got some water boiling in a pot. So I'm going to put a teaspoon of salt into the water so the noodles don't stick. There's about 2 pounds of these noodles in the bag. So when you put the noodles in, make sure you keep them loose when you put them in, otherwise you start sticking. So make sure you keep moving them in to the water. So I'm going to put about 1/3 of a bag of this noodle. There's about 2 pounds in a bag, so 1/3 of that will be roughly 1 order. A fairly large order. So make sure you stir the noodles so they don't stick together. For this brand, Farkay noodles, I think their instructions are pretty accurate. So they say 5 minutes on the cooking instructions, so I'm going to keep it to 5 minutes. The noodles into the strainer. I'll run a little cold water through the noodles. So this will get rid of some of the starches on the surface. Also stops the noodles from cooking any further. So just run it through like that. So we're ready for the next step. So I have chicken thighs that I'm marinating. I have 3 tablespoons of peanut oil or any kind of cooking oil. I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of light soy sauce, a teaspoon of sesame oil. I'm going to put a generous tablespoon of cornstarch. So just mix that together. So the cornstarch actually binds to the surface of the chicken. So this way the chicken will stay moist. For this recipe, I'm going to keep it simple. I've got about 6 ounces of sliced chicken. I've got 2 cups of sliced celery. Got about 1 cup of purple onions, or you can use the regular onions. I got about 1.5 cups of cilantro, or Chinese parsley. I like to use lots of ginger and garlic, so I have 2 tablespoons of sliced ginger and 2 tablespoons of garlic. I keep the garlic fairly large pieces. Just smash them a little bit to bring out the flavor. So first you preheat a pan or wok at medium heat. I'm going to put about 3 tablespoons of cooking oil in there. I'm using peanut oil. So I'm just going to sear the ginger and the garlic. So give that a quick sear. I'm going to put the marinated chicken in right now. So spread that out. So onions are aromatics too, so I'm going to put on the side there. So I'm going to turn the heat on to high right now. So you get a nice sear on the chicken. I'm going to put the celery in now. I'm going to add a teaspoon of sesame oil in there. I like using natural salt, so I'm using this Mediterranean sea salt. So I'm going to put about a half teaspoon to a teaspoon in there. I'll give all the veggies and the chicken a little toss here. The Farkay noodles. Sometimes the noodle will stick, so it's better to put it in after you put the veggies in. I'm going to put about a tablespoon of light soy sauce in there. So some people like their noodles a little darker, so I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of dark soy sauce. So this will color the noodles a little darker. And of course I have to put my oyster flavor sauce. So I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons in there, or maybe a tablespoon is enough, depending how salty you want it. You can use any kind of rice noodle for this recipe. Farkay is a brand that we used to eat when we were little kids. And like I said, we thought that Farkay meant, because it sounds like Farkay, it means American. So I thought, well, this is American chow mein, but it's actually a company in Vancouver. So that looks pretty good. I'm going to have a little sample right now. Enjoy. So I just add the cilantro just before serving. I got a cup and a half here. So I really like the subtle flavor of cilantro. So I like to put it in at the very last there. So put more of the veggies and the cilantro on the top here. So that's part of the color. There you have it, a simple and easy recipe for chicken and noodle stir fry using the Farkay noodles. Enjoy. So thanks for watching my noodles, and also me. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for your support.